In August 2023, 40,000 scouts and explorers from across the world travelled to South Korea on the 25th World Scout Jamboree, seeking to make new connections, explore culture, and engage in breathtaking on-site activities. But with a typhoon looming, undesirable on-site conditions, and global news coverage, this jamboree had to adapt to city life to survive. Now, almost a year later, participants have reflected on their real experiences, so it's time to find the truth of this chaos from the ground. This is Gogglegonks, Jamboree Survivors. Previously, our Jamboree participants made it to the campsite surrounded by thousands of other scouts from across the planet. Although they were able to meet some people and trade, not everything was what it was expected to be. However, there were further events to come.
Explain this picture. I think that I didn't talk. Oh yeah, so you got the.
I think it's talking about the bus, though. The bus
Oh,
that's crashed into the toilet.
The others had to take a second look at this as
well.
What is that?
It's when the coach fell down the ditch.
Oh, I don't know when it happened, but there was just a bus, and I think it just like deroded or whatever, and it just.
I remember Phil was trying to be helpful with it, but he just wasn't being helpful. He was just stood there laughing, taking pictures.
How did that happen?
I don't even know how that happened at all.
Is that a bus from an ambulance? No,
It's a bus.
What was the news following like in Seoul? Any examples?
So we went from Jamboree to Seoul, been evacuated. It's all very stressful, and we got into Seoul and we were like, this is all a bit overwhelming and a bit scary. So we thought we'll just do a nice chill thing. We'll get a little bus tour.
Me and Jess were at the front.
Oh, were you?
At the front.
Oh my gosh, because we were queuing up for the bus. I don't know where we were going. Well, no, it was the tour bus, wasn't it? And we were queuing up and we just saw these news reporters and we were like, what is happening? Because we didn't realise it had got like that much publicity yet. And they were like, oh my gosh, they're filming us. And then they came on the bus and they were like shoving it in their face, on our faces and everything.
And we thought, oh my gosh, it's the press, it's fine, they'll leave soon. They didn't, they stayed on the bus, and I was sat next to my friend and I just had a camera in my face for the entire thing, and I remember, because I was given this little fan, I just had this fan in front of my face like, oh my god, stop looking at me.
Like, we got followed back to the hotel a couple times, which was a bit daunting, but I think in general the UK contingent managed it really well, just giving us the advice and stuff.
So we were trying to work out how to turn their camera off so they could stop filming us.
On returning to Seoul for the second half of the Jamboree period, the UK contingent organised activities to try and maintain the experience in a different setting. These included a hunt round Olympic Park, karaoke in the middle of the streets at night, an international school visit, and their own culture day.
What happened on this day that forced everyone to be inside, / what did we do?
Typhoon!
The typhoon!
That was such a good day.
This is kind of one of the big talking points that was outside of around the world while we were on Jamboree, because loads and loads of us had to be evacuated from site, and one of the reasons were that a typhoon was approaching and it was heading straight for the camp.
It's not as dramatic as I think the news would be.
No.
And it was a lot of rain and a lot of wind, but there's videos of me just walking around outside.
Yeah,
it was
not that bad, to be fair. It was like a light drizzle in some parts of the city.
Yeah, it was Adam's birthday, so we went bowling in the evening. We had to all run there in the it was mental rain, and we were just like sprinting to this bowling place.
Although I think I got there a bit late, so everyone's groups had already been filled, so I spent the night with the leaders. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And although I did get like 3 strikes, but you know what the funny thing is? I got 3 strikes and I still lost, and I spoke to Callum about it, and he was like, for that to have worked, for you to have still lost, you must have like got nothing on the other tries, and I was like, yeah.
Our hotel started flooding. Remember, it all came in under the side in the foyer of the hotel. But when we were on the way to the bowling, we walked out of the hotel and immediately just got drenched.
Yeah.
Like the wind was nuts and the rain, it was ridiculous.
It was my birthday as well.
Yeah, it was because we sat down in the like washing room right at the bottom of the hotel and we had cake.
But we had to be in our rooms at like 7:30.
We had a curfew from sort of 7:30 onwards where we had to stay in our rooms. And so I think most of us were just chilling, listening to music and listening to the storm go by.
How was closing ceremony? What happened?
There was a good
Everybody,
atmosphere.
please sit down. Sit down.
The event organisers who were at the... I don't know if they're organisers.
Please sit down.
Please sit down.
Sit down. When we were leaving, everyone just got up because they obviously just wanted to leave. And then the main guy on the stage was like, "Please sit down.
He was like shouting it.
Please sit down. Please sit down." It was so funny.
Do you remember the pool of Pocari Sweat though? The closing ceremony?
Yes.
The
that was
swimming
great.
pool.
The swimming
Pocari
pool
Sweat
with
is like
Pocari
an
Sweat.
electrolyte drink which like replenishes all the minerals you sweat out. And at the closing ceremony, someone had a pool, like a paddling pool of it. It's so cool.
So we were in a stadium and it took actually ages to get to the stadium because there was like 50,000
Yeah.
people just funneling into this one door.
50,000 people, I think.
Yeah.
It was loud.
In a football stadium because normally they'd do it on site, but obviously
Yeah.
we'd been evacuated by then.
I liked all the goodie bags we were given. I think that's just because they felt bad for us.
Yeah, but I was just so annoyed. I didn't get one of like the cuddly toys. I got like this little key ring. I really wanted a cuddly toy.
And they got all sorts of like Korean K-pop idols basically.
Yeah, K-pop,
groups to come and perform at like a 2-hour-long concert.
Oh, didn't they put the fireworks in the wrong place?
They put the fireworks behind the
us.
stadium. Nobody could see them.
A new closing ceremony was held in Seoul to bring everyone back together and pass the Jamboree flag on to the next country, that being Poland for 2027's Jamboree. The ceremony was held at the World Cup Stadium and included a K-pop super live concert that lasted over an hour. This wasn't quite the end of the adventure for some though, as many contingents still had post-Jamboree trips in the city over the next few days.
What do you take away most from the Jamboree? Would you encourage others to go, and why? What do I take away most? The people I met, but I think more importantly, I feel like I got a lot closer to the unit, especially like our group. I mean, we're doing this right now, you know, and I feel comfortable enough sitting here in a bear hat, so I feel like that's good reflection.
My immediate answer is yes, absolutely. If you have the opportunity to go to the Jamboree, just do it. It genuinely, I know everybody says it, it sounds cheesy and whatever, but it was one of the best things I've ever done. I'm planning on signing up as a member of the IST to do it in, I think, 2 years now when they do it in Poland. But it's so much fun. Like everything about the Jamboree, the kinds of people you meet, the kind of experiences you get to do, it's just incredible.
I took away most from the Jamboree one of my friends, as I'm still talking to them today. Look at that. And honestly, that was one of the best parts to me, was just meeting new people, making new friends, and just chatting to everyone on site and during training camps or whatever. And yeah.
I love all the photos I take because it's just like, I look through my phone and I'm just like, oh, I remember that day. That was really fun. And I just say it for all of them. It was amazing.
I think you just meet the best people, and like now I've got like connections all over the world.
I mean, you're living with them for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So you can't do much.
I've planned trips to go out to Australia and places.
My sister's going to Australia, so hopefully I can go there as well.
No, it's the saying that the journey's better than the destination. I really think that's, you know, true with this, because we'd never have met you guys, and the destination was only like, what, 3 weeks compared to like the 2 years. And you know, it wasn't what we thought it was going to be, but I'm so glad we did it.
I feel like I'd encourage others to go because I honestly can't think of another experience like it.
I bring it up like weekly.
Yeah.
And all my friends are like, shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're allowed to go on about it. Exactly.
The answer, yes, go to Jamboree if you get the opportunity. Don't pass it up.
100%.
This one was not the same as any of the others that have ever happened ever before.
I feel like they're all unique in their
They're
own
all
ways,
unique
though.
in their own way, but none of them have gone wrong.
Publicly, this one was definitely very significant.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like we all learned how resilient we were. We all grew closer together. I don't think I'd be nearly as, you know, we sit here talking about all the stuff that went really badly wrong and could potentially be very dangerous.
Trip, we were like squabbling a bit. We'd go to Jamboree, post Jamboree, there was no issues.
Instantly.
Everyone
Yeah.
was just okay with each other and just got on and just did what we could.
And we had our own experience. And now looking back on it, I don't remember the bad stuff. I only remember, you know, walking through Seoul, seeing all the culture, having all the amazing food in Seoul, not on camp, and just you know, we had our own experience. We had fun with it, even though it was stressful at some points. I would go back, do it again in a heartbeat.
Spending so long before the Jamboree, like training with Unit 56 and then going away with Unit 56 was incredible because I got some really, really close and really positive and strong friendships from that. And in this picture particularly, it's really cute because I think that's just before the long flight.
I've loved it, especially the parties we've got afterwards.
Yeah.
Top tier.